My goodness, we're back. That was a surprise this morning. Good morning to you, Timon. How are you, my television guy? Yeah, he just stepped in this morning and said we're back because the group stage of the FIFA's World Cup is over. So the matches are starting later. So good morning, those of you who missed us here. I missed you too. How are we this morning? And you know I like to keep a constant check on the clock. It's 27 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Reminding you that at 6:45, that's 15 minutes on to 7, we've got the AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather right here. And we've got a rebroadcast of last evening's television news on the television. Stick and stay with us. We're with you everywhere and anywhere. Yeah. Good. So how have we been? How have you been? I've been good. Yeah. Everything is going to be all right. Trust me on that. I want to say a very special good morning to all the motorists. Yeah, be careful on the road. Yeah, be very, very, very careful. Be very cautious. Keep driving with due care and attention. It's 25 minutes on to 7. Let's see what's happening. Let's do it as we always do. All right. And of course, you know, I'll start with the word of the day. And the word of the day this morning is the word whittle. Whittle. It is a verb and it is spelled W-H-E-E-D-L-E. W-H-E-E-D-L-E. The word whittle. It's a verb. It's an action word. Like love. Did you know love is actually an action word? Yeah. I am supposed to feel loved. You too? Nice. And whittle means to use soft words or flattery, usually for the purpose of persuading someone to do something or to give you something. It is often used disapprovingly and is frequently followed by the word into, as in whittle one's way into favor. It can be used this way. The sales clerk tried to whittle us into spending more money than we wanted. Or you can say we managed to whittle the juicy details about her date out of her. Why don't someone whittle me into love? Nice. Yeah. Or peace of mind. So remember the word for the day. It's a verb, the word whittle. And it is spelled W-H-E-E-D-L-E. It means to use soft words or flattery, usually for the purpose of persuading someone to do something or to give you something. It is often used disapprovingly and is frequently followed by the word into, as in whittle one's way into favor. The sales clerk tried to whittle us into spending more money than we wanted. Or we can say we managed to whittle the juicy details of her date out of her. Nice. Good. And now let's look at the thought of the day. The thought of the day: to improve is to change, so to be perfect is to change often. And that was by Winston Churchill. Yeah, to improve is to change, so to be perfect is to change often. Yeah, change. Change is the most constant thing in life, yet so many people revere it, yeah? Nice. To improve is to change, so to be perfect is to change often. I want to say a very special good morning to the Ranger family out there in Pearls. Good morning to you, Saj. How are you doing? And family. Harry and Roy and Eric and Curtis and Urias. Good morning. Harry Ranger, what's up, papi? Hope you're doing fine, yeah? Nice. So what's buzzing this morning? All right, okay, no bail for Suki. Yeah, the Dominican entertainer. He will be spending some time behind bars, all right? The 36-year-old Shane Suki Edwards was arrested and charged on 2 counts of indecent assault while in Grenada over the weekend. He was scheduled to appear at an entertainment event. He appeared in court on Monday and was denied bail. Looking at the photo here and seeing my good friend Chiny. Yeah, escorting Suki away. Good morning, Chiny. How you doing, papi? You all right? You're serious, boy. You're making no sport. According to the Bajans, no sport, man. Nice. What else is buzzing? Okay. 1 injury was reported following a vehicular accident on the Tantin Main Road, and the reports say a woman who was a passenger on a passenger bus was injured and taken to hospital. More accidents. I think, we cannot overexhaust this topic, and this morning we'll have a conversation on this. Again, I like to give you the opportunity to give some pro bono work to the relevant authorities. We the people, for the people, by the people. That's a nice political slang there. I like that. Yeah, let's tell the police what to do. What can they do? We've seen the implementation of road bumps that, sometimes we call them sleeping police and so forth. But it's not working. What can we do? All right, so we'll look at this. All right, we'll look at this. We saw over the weekend a bus capsizing in the Crushu area, and there are quite a number of topical issues this morning. So we have, based on schedule, we don't have any guests this morning, so we'll have a little time that we can converse. We'll have a good conversation this morning. So we've got to take that break now, head back in preparation for the news. So remember, the word for the day this morning is the word whittle. And it means to use soft words or flattery, and it is usually for the purpose of persuading someone to do something or to give you something. It is often used disapprovingly and is frequently followed by the word into, as in whittle one's way into favor. Okay, it can be used. The sales clerk tried to whittle us into spending more money than we wanted to. All right, we managed to whittle the juicy details about a date out of her. And the thought for the day: to improve is to change, so to be perfect is to change often. Yeah, those words, I love those words. So tell you what we do. We take a break from here and we get into the AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather. And then on the flip side of 7, we'll have the conversation. For those of you on the television, well, you've got a rebroadcast of last evening's television news. And, For those of you here with me, we've got the AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather. See you on the flip side of 7. Mwah.
Solar lights are back in stock and will be available for purchase at Southern Electrical. Here is a list of the solar lights that we offer. 200 to 300 watt intelligent floodlights with camera, 300 to 500 watt solar street lights, 60, 100, 200 and 500 RGB solar floodlights, 100, 200, 300, 500 and 800 solar floodlights, solar garden lights, 25, 40, 60, 100 and 200 watt solar floodlights, 3, 7 and 10 watt solar wall lights, motion center garden lights, motion sensor floodlights, 30, 60 and 90 watt solar street lights with accessories, 5 watt solar wall lamps, 40 and 60 solar street lights, and 100 and 300 solar floodlights with battery power display. Now available at Southern Electrical, Dusty Highway, St. George. Visit our showroom today.
Families who lost their homes by fire on August 15th in St. Mark are now breathing a sigh of relief as the reconstruction of their houses have commenced and is expected to be completed by the end of the year. Rena Pierre-Thomas tells us more.
3 months after fire destroyed the homes of 3 families on Diamond Street in St. Mark, reconstruction of the houses have already progressed so that soon those affected can once again live in some form of comfort. One of the 3 houses is 90% completed, while foundation work already started on the remaining 2. After the news of the fire on August 16th, many Grenadians at home and in the diaspora pledged their assistance in various aspects towards the reconstruction of the houses. 74-year-old Conrad St. John, one of the persons who lost their home along with his grandchildren, expressed his gratitude as he said he was in no way capable of rebuilding his home.
Well, I didn't expect so quick, but I'm glad it come first class, and I highly appreciate it because I'm low in finance and I'm so glad that the house built. So I'm very, 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 very glad of what transpired.
Government is spearheading the project. Senator Quince Britton, NDC caretaker for St. Mark, gave an update on the project.
3 houses were completely destroyed, and as we speak, in the background, as you can see, we have the houses being reconstructed. There also we added a bathroom and toilet facility so that because the houses, 2 of the houses, one is the elder gentleman and his grandson has also his family with his other siblings and so on. So they have, we gave them a bathroom and toilet component added to the rebuilding process, or which the government committed to rebuilding.
Once there are no setbacks with the weather and building materials, the senator says that all 3 houses should be completed by year end.
The first structure that is done is 14 by 16, and then this other one here would be 16 by 16 because they have more persons, being affected, and the reason why they're going higher is to accommodate a downstairs as well, which the homeowner made commitment to doing that to assist our family, make our family more comfortable as possible, and we are trying our utmost best to complete those structure by year end. So all the efforts right now are focused there. All the housing brigade as well as the bathroom and toilet brigade team, all the efforts are focused there. They've been working all morning. They cast some of the columns, some additional materials would be, as we speak, is coming so that the bathroom and toilets could get on the way.
For GBN News, I'm Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Dominican buoyance sensation Suki Burnbrain's rise to stardom seems to be stopping short of its destination, as the entertainer is now facing some serious accusations that can potentially damage his short-lived stint as an entertainer. Christina John was at the St. George's Magistrates Court Monday for his appearance.
A very nonchalant-looking 36-year-old Shane Edwards escorted by police into the St. George's No. 1 court on Monday. The entertainer of Rosa Dominica was denied bail and will have to wait a couple of days before the court decides his fate. Suki, as he is known in the entertainment world, was charged for 1 count of indecent assault on a minor. Edwards was represented in court by attorney-at-law Peter David. Police at a resort in the south of Grenada arrested the artist on Friday, who was booked to perform at a show at the National Stadium on Saturday. Amateur footage captured at the resort quickly made the rounds on social media and showed Suki being escorted into a police vehicle after an alleged encounter with a minor at the resort. The minor is reported to be a 14-year-old female Guyanese national living in Canada, however was on vacation in Grenada at the time. Suki was remanded to the Richmond Hill prison until Thursday, December 1st. Following the announcement of his arrest, several people took to social media to share their sentiments on the issue. Many questioned the artist's mental stability. People were even furious that the man was even hired in the first place. It is alleged that Suki was hired by Make Noise Entertainment for the Fire and Ice show. When contacted, the promoter of the event said he was advised that no comment should be made while the matter is under investigation and promised a full statement of what really transpired when investigations are over. Christina John, GBN News.
Officers of the Royal Grenada Police Force continue to air their concerns as 26 accidents over the weekend were added to the number of vehicular accidents in the Grenada for the year so far. Rena Pierre Thomas has more in this report.
The Royal Grenada Police Force continues to raise alarm as Troy Paul, officer attached to the traffic department, impressed that 26 accidents over the weekend were too much. Out of the 26 vehicular accidents, 1 was of a major nature. That involved a number 2 bus that overturned in the Crowshoe area on Saturday.
The traffic department has recorded a total of 26 motor vehicular accidents over the weekend period from the 25th to the 27th of November 2022. Out of the 26 accidents, 25 are from minor nature and 1 serious accident was reported. Out of that serious accident reported, 4 persons sustained minor injuries and went to seek medical attention and was discharged. So far, we're seeing too many accidents occurring, and 26 over the weekend is too much for within a 3-day period. So we want to urge drivers to drive with due care and attention.
He echoed previous statements that drivers should properly maintain their vehicles and should not engage in distracted driving.
We want persons to adhere to our speed limits: 35 miles for goods vehicles and public service vehicles and 40 for private motor vehicles. against the practice of improper overtaking. Persons needs to overtake. If they have to overtake, there's rules to be followed when overtaking. You overtake when it is safe to do so. You indicate, you blow your horn, make sure that nothing is coming, make sure that no one is overtaking you while you're being overtaken. We do not want persons to overtake around corners and places that may consider to be risky or dangerous.
Paul says that it is also important to adhere to signs and signals erected by the traffic department, as it is their duty to keep the nation's roads safe.
And we want persons to be extra careful and cautious when driving at nights or during the rainy periods. It might be a little more difficult for visibility for persons. So when you're driving at night, please drive with a little more caution, with a little more care and caution while you're along the road. It is our responsibility at the traffic department to make our roads safe for all road users, and therefore we're going to do that by all means necessary.
For GBN News, I am Rena Thomas reporting.
And just in time for Christmas, a group of medical students are giving back to Grenadian communities. Christina John has that story.
Grenada Community Fridge is an organization formed by a group of medical students who wanted to give back to Grenada. They are doing so through the distribution of food items, toiletries, and clothing to vulnerable people in various communities. The CGF is located along the Morris Bishop Highway, St. George. Over the weekend, we caught up with Ray, a member on the board, and her son, who explained a bit in detail how the organization functions.
A food pantry, and the mission really is to continue to serve the vulnerable in the community, those that are lacking resources, specifically families. We would like to ensure that no child, no family, no woman, no man goes hungry. And it's a wonderful initiative that we've started here that we will only hope to continue to grow, even with more locations throughout the island.
The venture began a year ago during the COVID-19 pandemic. The organization, Ray says, needs partners to come on board to make the venture sustainable.
Really lucky to have some great sponsors on the island. CK's every week makes a really big delivery of groceries, as well as IGA. We are really focused on really getting this the word out so other businesses, restaurants, resorts, tourists, cruising families can be part of this initiative to continue to fill the fridge. Again, we are completely 100% volunteer based, so we accept donations and then we give them out.
She listed some of the items they will welcome from anyone wishing to contribute.
To our social media and see what we're looking for, but we will take canned foods, all the staples, flour, sugar, rice, cereal, and then prepared foods. As long as they're wrapped and they're labeled and dated from a restaurant or a reputable food store, we will take those things. We also take clothing and shoes and feminine hygiene items and lotions and bug spray and all of those things as well.
She also explained what's in store for the Christmas season.
So we're working really hard to get a consistent donation base so we can distribute every Saturday. But what are we doing Christmas Eve? We're
giving out toys and hot meals.
Yes, we're going to be cooking, him and me, mostly me. We're going to be cooking a meal, 80 meals on Christmas Eve, and we're going to be delivering them and serving them right here on Christmas Eve. We also have a barrel that isn't out yet, but we have a barrel right in front of Tropical Squeeze that we're asking the community to come donate toys, so it can really be a magical Christmas Eve where we can deliver a hot meal and keep the spirit alive and give kiddos toys and really just give back to the community. It's really important for us because as foreigners, we come here and enjoy and love this island so much, and it's given me and my family so much that it is really important for us to give back.
And when she means family, she means you and me.
That's right, and our dog.
Ah!
Christina John, GBN News.
Grill Master invites you to its new dining experience. Middle Eastern grill food, appetizers, salads, and Grenada's finest local cuisines. Join us for local breakfast, lunch, or dinner. At Grill Master, dine and feel the aroma of Middle Eastern spices blended with fresh local herbs and spices. Taste and feel the Caribbean mixed with Damascus and Beirut cooking styles. All Middle Eastern menu items available for free delivery. That's right, free for Middle Eastern menu orders over $50. Delivery available throughout St. George's every day, including Sunday and public holidays between 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Book your table or place your free delivery order at 439-3737, 439-7733. WhatsApp number 423-3737. Caribbean, Middle Eastern cuisine. So tasty. Grill Master, second to none.
Grenadians are being urged to limit their alcohol consumption during the Yuletide season. We get more in this report.
Health Promotion Officer in the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs, Kalisha Daniel, says it is imperative that alcohol consumption is managed.
Now, I just want to remind us of some of the effects that are associated, or health effects that are associated with alcohol consumption, right? Now, alcohol can affect us immediately or in the short term, as well as in the long term. Essentially, alcohol is what is called a depressant, right? It slows down the working of our brain and that of other parts of our nervous system, right? Now, when a person takes too much alcohol, this can immediately result in violence, right? It can result in accidents. It can result in risky sexual behaviors. And even for women who are pregnant, they can have miscarriages. Right?
He noted that alcohol abuse can also result in harm to other people, such as family members, friends, co-workers, and strangers. Alcohol consumption is a causal factor in more than 200 diseases, injuries, and other health conditions. Daniel describes the repercussions of excessive consumption of alcohol, long and short-term effects.
A person takes too much alcohol, this can immediately result in violence, right? It can result in accidents. It can result in risky sexual behaviors. And even for women who are pregnant, they can have miscarriages, right, in the immediate, right? Now, in terms of the long-term effects, alcohol can cause liver problems, including cirrhosis, cancer, and other problems of the liver. Now, alcohol can also affect almost every part of our bodies, right?
She provided some advice for moderate alcohol consumption.
Say that the surest and the best way to avoid the effects of alcohol is to abstain, right? We can definitely enjoy or celebrate the season without alcohol. But of course, people have choices, right? People have choices. And it is advised that if you choose to drink, that you do so in moderation. But what does moderation mean? Now, moderation means different things for men and women. So for women, moderation is about not consuming more than one drink a day. For men, it's not more than 2 drinks a day.
Over the last few years, regional alcohol consumption levels have been a major concern for the Pan American Health Organization and the World Health Organization. The WHO describes alcohol as a psychoactive substance with dependence-producing properties that have been widely used in many cultures for centuries. The excessive use of alcohol causes a high burden on diseases and has significant social and economic consequences. Christina John, GBN.
Black Friday sales from Quartz Grenada is an initiative that many Grenadians look forward to every year, and this November has been no different. For the entire month of November, many discounts for customers are being offered. Charnel Benoit, marketing officer for Unicommerce Grenada, in speaking to the newsroom, spoke of the Black Friday sales and how it's been going.
We had Black Friday all month long, so that was our promotion for the month. So it's still ongoing until the 30th of November, and sales has been awesome. We've seen customers coming out shopping since the beginning of the month, and also we promise our customers best price guarantee. So we've seen them coming in, shopping, looking around, and on the day itself, Black Friday day, we had a huge turnout at our St. George's branch. So it was really great to see persons come in and support our business.
She said this past weekend's grand Black Friday sales saw all of the Quartz outlets filled with customers. The marketing officer outlined some of the special offers that Quartz has up until Wednesday.
We had many offers throughout the store. Like I said, it was Black Friday all month long. We had 50% on toys. We also had blanket offers for the Black Friday day itself. So we had bedroom deals that was 40% off. Plus we also had free gifts. We had 30% off for Radio Shack all day long on Black Friday. We had 40% off Black & Decker tools, 50% off Vista products. We have 25% on water pumps, 20% off Craftsman, and 50% off kids Remax pieces. And we also included free gifts with different category as well. So we had free tablets with the purchase of any laptops, and a free Bluetooth speaker with the purchase of any Samsung A52 and A53 phones. And we also continued with a free installation on any of our AC units.
Benoit encouraged Grenadians to take advantage of what's offered until the end of November. Now, the situation surrounding the Dominican entertainer being arrested in Grenada is making the rounds. That's what's been creating a buzz on social media.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter, as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz report.
A police report says that Shane Edwards, also known as Suki, a 36-year-old entertainer of Rosso Dominica, was arrested and charged in Grenada by police on one count of indecent assault. Social media users took to the comment section to share their thoughts about this development. The following views are that of members of the public and not of the Grenada Broadcasting Network. This person asked, "Is this dude a national icon or something? Please, someone name one song that makes sense or can be used to represent Dominica. I'll wait." This person replied, "We weren't asking that question when his song was being played regionally and internationally. Mind you, I'm not impressed by those types of songs, but this is what brought him thus far. He is not the problem. Those who indulge and entertain those types of songs are, and I'm not only speaking of Suki's, but every ridiculous song that we deem fit for listening pleasure worldwide." Joseph said, "We publicize these types of stories way too often and quickly identify the neighboring countries where these alleged criminals are from. Remember, they may be guilty, but they're not a reflection of everyone in their countries. Let's remember to be tactful and show some degree of thought for the impact of publications like these. They shouldn't be front paged like this." This person said, "Come on, Grenadian people, we should do better than that. Why we're making jokes about Suki? What he did is very wrong. Instead of us trying to pray for him and hope he's changed his ways and God guides him, we make jokes, I guess." This person said, "With such a background, why was he in Grenada to perform?" That's what's buzzing tonight. We encourage you, our viewers and listeners, to submit your think pieces on trending topics locally, regionally, and internationally via our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
Life insurance. You've heard about it before, seen the commercials, but have you ever really thought about how life insurance can benefit you and your family? Let's look at 5 ways life insurance can benefit and protect you and your family through life's expected and unexpected. 1. It provides finances for your child's education. 2. It can help you in providing collateral for loans. 3. It provides living benefits. 4. It provides a source of income upon retirement. And 5. It provides finances for final expenses such as funeral, cremation costs, and other related expenses. Contact Demerara Mutual today and speak to an agent to select a policy that best suits your existing needs.
After a long year of waiting, Flow brings you the magic of Christmas giving. Discounts on devices to bring you closer to your loved ones. Prizes to enjoy with your family and friends. And the best in entertainment bundles for everyone to gather around. This Christmas, one gift brings many more. Like more data and speeds to share everything with the family. So sign up, bundle up, switch up, top up, or pay up to win $4,000 in cash or appliances plus other weekly prizes. For the best in Christmas deals and rewards, visit discoverflow.co.
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
After a long year of waiting, Flow brings you the magic of Christmas giving. Discounts on devices to bring you closer to your loved ones. Prizes to enjoy with your family and friends. And the best in entertainment bundles for everyone to gather around. This Christmas, one gift brings many more. Like more data and speeds to share everything with the family. So sign up, bundle up, switch up, top up, or pay up to win $4,000 in cash or appliances plus other weekly prizes. For the best in Christmas deals and rewards, visit discoverflow.co.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone.
At Guardian Group, we've seen so many of our customers achieve great things. So, it's no surprise that after 175 years, our optimism is stronger than ever. Because when you've partnered with people to achieve their best lives as long as we have, you tend to see the world a little brighter every day. Guardian Group. Live easy.
Ho, ho, ho! It's the season to be jolly, and the NLA is giving back loads of prizes to its loyal customers in its exciting Xmas Bonanza promotion. Yes, Grenada! It's your opportunity to win hams and bottles of wine and rum from November 15th to December 31st. Over 450 prizes will be up for grabs during this festive season. Simply purchase a single ticket valued at $12 or more in Lotto, Cash 4, Playway, or Pick 3, and check your tickets for the word ham, wine, or rum. Play daily for chances to win every day. Prizes are redeemable at NLA's head office on the Carenage on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, starting November 16th, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Must be 18 or older to participate. Terms and conditions apply. NLA, supporting sports, culture, and nation building. Happy Christmas, Grenada! Ho, ho, ho!
That's not how you cross the pedestrian crossing.
Really? One day I just woke up and I saw pedestrian crosswalks on the road. No one really showed me how to use them properly.
Well, this is how it's done. You never cross before doing these things. They might save your life. First, when you get to the crosswalk, you stop. You look left, you look right. If there's a vehicle coming, you put your hand out, making eye contact with the driver, indicating that you want to cross. And only when the vehicle comes to a complete stop, you quickly cross to the other side.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact. Wait for pedestrian to cross to the other side, then you happily continue on your journey. This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
Let's mingle and jingle.
You mean jingle and mingle, right?
Does it really matter? Mingle and Jingle, the mid-morning program that will drive the Christmas season. Weekdays from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on Classic Radio, GBN Television, and all GBN social media platforms.
It's where the deals of the season are, where the Christmas music is played, holiday traditions are relived, and where all the fun is.
Mingle and Jingle.
Or Jingle and Mingle. Mid-mornings from November 14th to December 23rd only on the GBN network.
Made possible by
Flow,
Westerhold Rums,
Hard On Plus,
Judy Free Caribbean Holdings,
Ace Hardware,
Gittins Healthcare, and
Grenville Credit Union.
GBN Television News at 7, a pulse on all things Grenadian. Look out for our new features through expanded synergies with our media partners in Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad, and beyond. Capturing the latest in news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Credible, informative. Thank you for making us number one. News at 7, live, Monday to Friday on GBN Television, Channel 7 and 11. K105.5 and 105.9, Hot 98.5 and 98.7, GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel, and www.gbn.gd. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere.
COVID-19 spreads from person to person through the droplets that are produced when someone coughs or sneezes, which makes it easy to spread between people in close contact. Now let's get prepared to stay healthy.
To reduce your chance of catching or spreading COVID-19, practice these simple everyday preventative measures. Droplets can also land on surfaces, so ensure that you wash your hands frequently for a minimum of 20 seconds or sing the happy birthday song twice. Avoid touching your face, especially your eyes, nose, and mouth. If soap and water are not readily available, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with an alcohol content between 60 and 90%. 70% is ideal.
When you cough or sneeze, cover your nose and mouth with a flexed elbow or a tissue. Dispose of the tissue immediately and then wash your hands. If you notice someone has a fever and cough or other symptoms of respiratory illness, avoid close contact when possible. Let's all do our part to ensure that each and every Grenadian remains healthy. Our health is our collective responsibility.
Good morning and welcome back to this segment of Good Morning Grenada. Those of you who are just joining us, well, welcome on board. It's 15 minutes after 7 o'clock. I do hope you're having a great morning thus far and that you're all up and ready to face the challenges of the day. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Remember, we had the word for the day. The word today was the word whittle. And we also had the thought of the day: to improve is to change. So to be perfect is to change often. Keep changing. Change is constant, yeah? We ought to be changing, you know. We ought to be finding ways to do things better. I want to say good morning to the Taylor family out there in Corinth. As a matter of fact, good morning, Corinth. How is Corinth doing this morning? Zilon, good morning, my good friend Zilon. You all right, Papi? Hope all is well, Mom and Dad and everybody. Good. The Joseph family next door. Well, I share your grief, man. Bernard and family, man. Be strong. You all are strong. I know that. All right, so it's time for us to have the conversation. All right. Before I do that, I want to say a very special good morning. I met this gentleman on Saturday, and he said, "Listen to me, man. I'm with you every morning. And you don't remember me." Mr. Ken Campbell, good morning to you. One of the greatest footballers that passed through SAS. All right. Good morning to you. Also want to say good morning to you, Teacher Yulan. Yeah, hope we all are doing fine. 17 minutes after the hour of 7. Now, there's something I want to touch. I don't know if I should, but it's relevant, it's current. No bail for Suki. All right, the Dominican entertainer that, came here to perform over the weekend and got himself on the wrong side of the law as it relates to committing 2 counts of, he was charged for 2 counts of indecent assault while in Grenada. As a matter of fact, you know what? I don't think I want to touch that story. The matter is ongoing, all right, and I don't want to have that discussion. What I want us to talk about this morning is something that is in front of our very eyes every day. We're seeing it. You drive from St. George to Grenville, you're seeing a lot of white marks in the road, and they're not construction marks. They are markings from the police as it relates to vehicular accidents. We had a number of fatalities thus far for the year, and we keep hearing the call from the RGPF to please stop speeding, please drive with due care and attention, please stay off the cell phones while driving. But we're still seeing the prevalence of vehicular accidents. What do you think can be done to get some easement from this? It's becoming epidemic. It's in epidemic proportions, Sometime last week, I was reading that we had, the police had reported 692 motor vehicular accidents, and that was before the weekend. So who knows what the number is now? All right, we have a caller on the line. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Mr. Joseph.
Hi, good morning.
Listen, can you hear me well, Mr. Joseph?
Loud and clear.
On the matter, I know something is happening from your end, but on the matter related to accidents, Mr. Joseph.
Yes, sir.
I cannot see, but indeed my other senses have flared up. I do move around, and I listen well, and I see by hearing to some extent. We have a major problem in this country because the discipline of our people have been going into lower and lower ebbs every year. The drivers of the country first are given lessons using tricks called sticks. You ever heard about it?
Yes, sticks. You have to drive through the sticks before.
Can you drive and pass an exam if you, really, study, pass an exam and so on, given tips and tricks and sticks? Can it be genuine? That's the first failure, Mr. Joseph.
Okay.
People move around breaching the law. They use their cell phones against the law, Mr. Joseph. They speed beyond the established speed limits of the country. They breach the law. They get slaps on the wrist each time. Nothing is done about it, Mr. Joseph. In addition to that, the roads of the country oh no, you know the state of the road, Mr. Joseph. You drive, you don't drive them, don't you?
Yes, very deplorable.
And so people have to be concentrated on all the other things, plus locking away from hole and avoiding the vehicles getting into holes. You understand what I'm talking about?
Very, very
We continue to issue license in this country to people who cannot read and write. Unfortunately, Mr. Joseph, we issue license to people who cannot read and write, Mr. Joseph. So you see, it's a combination of many factors.
Okay.
Serious. And until we sit and really talk about these matters amongst ourselves to try to correct them honestly, without hypocrisy and deceit, nothing will change. But I want to end by making this observation, Mr. Joseph. I've always commended the radio station for the word, the introduction in the morning of a new word of the day. But I've also suggested to them that in the process it must be made as a lesson, which would include, of course, the pronunciation of the word. In other words, the phonology. I've advised the announcers to pay attention to what is known in the language, the linguistics of the language, the grapheme, phoneme correspondence. In other words, how letters in the alphabet are translated into sounds. You pronounced the word this morning, W-H-E-E. double E, note that DLE as whittle. No, Mr. Joseph, that's incorrect. I'm certain that if you look into the dictionary, and it's there, as a matter of fact, too, today, with a click of a finger, you can get the pronunciation. I think we should correct this. Is just about, excuse me, I have to speak of these things that nobody wishes to speak about, but we cannot advance and enhance. Listen to what you said this morning about improving. Positive improvement, positive, whatever it is.
Change.
That's right, change.
Yes.
Positive change, Mr. Joseph, would bring about improvement. And you can invert that sentence, Improvement is brought about by positive change. Let us try to lift the bar. Okay. I urge you, therefore, Mr. Joseph. I don't want to ridicule anything and so on, but I feel that, listen, study the grapheme, phoneme correspondence. In other words, how letters sound in words. Letters have different sounds in words. Thank you very much, Mr. Joseph, and have a nice day, will you?
You too, my brother. Have a good one yourself. All right? Good. All right, folks, it's 23 minutes gone past the hour of 7 o'clock. And we're talking the vehicular accidents that are occurring on the nation's roads. What can we suggest? The caller suggested that we take a new approach. And a very, very valid point there. Licensing, license being issued and so forth. Good morning.
Good morning, Innocent. Good morning to your listeners and your viewers. I think I support one aspect of the last caller, talk about the discipline of our people. I highly support that. But also, I would say that our people are also oblivious, mainly due to the intake of substances, and also substances in general. And also the fact that people are not present when they are on the road. They're thinking about what they left home and all kinds of things, so they're not. People don't realize how much they have, the responsibility they have, and the life that they can endanger.
Okay, but we are faced with the problem already. It's already a problem. We are looking for solutions now. What can you recommend as a solution?
Because this is the solution coming with what I'm saying. I'm saying that if we're not present, we need to become more present. That's one. We need also to ensure, for instance, I mentioned about the substance. We need to find a way to examine whether the people that use the road are laden with substance from time to time. That's another one.
Okay.
We also need not to give people who can't read and write license. The answers are there. So, and also, we need to support one of the first caller's point is that we need to be less hypocritical. Because we know people who should not be on the road, and we close our eyes and pretend that doesn't happen. Many years ago, I told someone that I was feeling very uncomfortable using the road, and they thought I was being political. No, but it began many years ago.
Okay.
So we need to really face the thing and show that, for one, if you're driving a vehicle, you drive a vehicle that is in good stead, and also that you are qualified to be on the road.
Okay.
You're insured and everything like that.
Okay. Thank you, caller. Good. All right, just taking a quick peek at our Facebook comments. Sad to say, there will be many, many more markings on our roads because the police are not serious about speeding. Imagine seatbelts alone in Trinidad is $1,000. Most charges are $150, no more. And that's from Alistair Warwood Sr. All right. Neil McMeo says, good morning from Pedmota. Good morning, Pedmota. While there, I want to say good morning to the folks at A&R, E3, and Bar in Pedmota. They say, we locked onto you every day, and you don't say hello to us. Good morning to you guys. How are you? Hope all is well. Good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you today?
I'm good, and you?
Quiet, have a great day. No, accidents and driving. Morning, Mr. Rulo. A lot of the things you said is right, but I know there's a lot of people who cannot read and write and who never yet have an accident. So it's not really being able to read and write all the time. Well, it's something we're afraid to talk about, and I discuss that with my friend every day. We're afraid to talk about the economy, and I don't know why. You see, all these things emanate from the state of the economy, which is not growing. Another thing we factor in there is the hours of work. A third factor is the distance that you go to work. Everybody shuttled to the St. George's area on a morning. And if you're going to put all the vehicles line up between 6 and 8, there's a lot of people who will not be able to go to work. So you must have this hustle to beat the hour to get to work for that 8 o'clock. And that is what creating a lot of the problem. Insurance, hustling to make your insurance money. Hustling to pay your license, all these things factor in. And the solution to this problem, over and over, I've been saying there's two solutions. We either go 24 or we urbanize. Because if you urbanize, a lot of vehicles that get into St. George's will not get there.
Okay, caller, I like the suggestion, but the word that you use, urbanize, I would understand it. Some folks wouldn't understand it. Could you explain, when you say urbanize, what do you mean by that?
Okay, develop the rural area of the country.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
All right, good.
Develop St. David's, develop Guam, develop St. Andrews, develop Sotes, so that it will create the jobs right there. So instead of people hustling to walk into the city, they're going to walk to work. So you don't have a lot of vehicles on the road. And that is the solution to the problem, but we are afraid to address the economy. The economy is creating those problems. It's not creating jobs.
Okay. All right, thank you, caller. Have a good one.
Have a good day, sir.
You too. Good too. 28 minutes after the off 7 o'clock. What's wrong with me? Ain't I early? Nah, it's not there as yet. All right, this gentleman, right? I happen to know him, I met him and so forth, and he has, he's just unique, man. He has a way of intertwining everything from an economic standpoint, and that's good. That's good. Good morning.
A pleasant good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, thank you. The callers, Citizen Ruler, and this last caller, they have made some very important points.
Okay.
One of the things I think that could be done, it needs to be tried, is putting cameras at certain points of traffic in every parish. It's going to cost money, but in the end, the very cameras would bring money in. I heard somebody mentioning that I think in Trinidad the fine is $1,000, etc.
Yeah, for a seatbelt.
Revise these laws and put some heavy penalty on these people, so they wouldn't want to dip their hand in the pocket or go in the bank or cook to take so much $1,000, to pay for these fines. And I think if that is done, you will see some solution coming slowly to these traffic laws that are being broken every time, every day, etc. I do hope that those in authority are listening and taking such things into serious consideration. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. I endorse this. I always thought that the implementation of cameras at strategic locations, it will do a multiplicity of things, all right? It will reduce the pressure of the physical presence of the police, all right? And it also has that how should I put it? Drivers not knowing exactly where they will be getting a ticket from because the cameras are everywhere. I love this. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome.
Oh, thank you. This is something that we've been going through for years. And it's sad that we reached this state where now people start losing their lives. And it all boils down to education. Education, which you start from in the schools. Because whether it's the secondary school or the primary school, secondary school, or whether you start from kindergarten, you educate the youngsters as the do's and don'ts, whether it's part of the curriculum because they're going to come out and meet it anyhow when they come of age.
Hold on, let me just clarify something. Are you suggesting that they should be taught the principles of driving from school?
Could you repeat?
Are you suggesting that children or students should be taught the principles of driving and road safety in the schools?
Yes, because if you look at the average young child today, a young adult, from the time they leave school, the first thing they want to do is drive.
Okay.
Get a job and drive. So you teach them, so when they come out onto the road now, especially where our road is congested, they have it embedded in them as to what the do's and don'ts are.
Okay.
So you educate them. Then in the process, also there is some adults which will come to. Then there is a thing they call technology. I believe at the end of the day, like on this policy, speed cameras, surveillance cameras, speed cameras should be installed in different parts of Grenada where you know people liable to speed. And next thing you have is police patrol with unmarked vehicles. You understand? So when you put all these systems in place, it will cost money, yes? Nobody say it wouldn't cost money to install, but it could be done. It's done into the outer world. It could be done here. But at the end of the day, when you get the culprits who have deliberately decided to break the law, take the law into their own hands, you charge them accordingly. That will go towards the cost of, 1, paying back for the cameras, 2, paying for the police on duty, on patrol. So I believe at the end of the day, if the government, the traffic department, the commercial police are serious about this crime that is being committed on the road, Grenada is too small for it cannot be solved.
Okay.
It has to take the initiative and do it. And then you'll find that we'll be safe and everything will be okay. You cannot stop speeding, but you could suppress it.
Okay.
One thing I have to say though that I'm very in my heart, I feel so good about. I've traveled to different parts of the Caribbean, and nowhere in the Caribbean that we have, and nowhere in the Caribbean that I have seen, that police boot when you come up on Spot Street, where the police is giving signal. That should be put by the people who had implemented that or installed that years even before I was born, and I'm 64 years of age.
Mm-hmm.
They had thought of something good. I tell you what, that is something the tourist board, the commissioner of police, or the traffic, they come together. That is something we should never discourage or take away, because at the end of the day, that brings people into Grenada. I have brought people into Grenada, and when they see that, they ask me to stop, pack up something, and go and take photographs with the police giving signals. Okay. You don't see that in no part of the world.
All right.
That is something that we should try and preserve and keep, because it's unique to Grenada and Grenada alone. I've never seen it in other parts of the world or the Caribbean that I've been.
Okay.
And that, to me, is something that they should consider and put back.
Okay. All right. Thank you, caller. Have a good day. Good. Bye-bye. All right. Tell you what, folks, we take a commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
state-of-the-art Ultratech gasoline and diesel. Available only at Rubis stations.
Who are the ones to take care of the world down under? The ones who answer your questions and give you help when you need it. That keep things tidy and groomed. Think about the ones who keep you moving and the ones who inform you and keep you up to date. The people responsible for making you happy, and especially those who nurture. Tourism is more. Tourism is everybody's business.
This Christmas is the more the merrier as GUT Credit Union and Digicel Grenada Limited bring you Loan Pop-Up Saturday at the Grenville branch of the GUT Credit Union. Take advantage of amazing deals from Digicel while making your holiday wishes a reality with a GUT Credit Union Christmas Make-A-Wish loan. Visit GUT Credit Union Grenville branch this Saturday and make your wish the perfect gift this Christmas.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Grill Master invites you to its new dining experience. Middle Eastern grill food, appetizers, salads, and Grenada's finest local cuisines. Join us for local breakfast, lunch, or dinner. At Grill Master, dine and feel the aroma of Middle Eastern spices blended with fresh local herbs and spices. Taste and feel the Caribbean mixed with Damascus and Beirut cooking styles. All Middle Eastern menu items available for free delivery. That's right, free for Middle Eastern menu orders over $50. Delivery available throughout St. George's every day, including Sunday and public holidays between 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Book your table or place your free delivery order at 439-3737, 439-7733. WhatsApp number 423-3737. Caribbean, Middle Eastern cuisine. So tasty. Grill Master, second to none.
Who are the ones to take care of the world down under? The ones who answer your questions and give you help when you need it. That keep things tidy and groomed. Think about the ones who keep you moving and the ones who inform you and keep you up to date. The people responsible for making you happy, and especially those who nurture. Tourism is more. Tourism is everybody's business.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to this segment of Good Morning Grenada. Just taking a peek at the comments on our Facebook page. Cynthia B says, cameras take the place of the police. No need to have cameras and plainclothes police officers in the same area. All right, Veronica Sandy said they should be penalized drivers more for breaking the speed limit, drinking. I even see people with their phone in their hands while driving. Monet Williams says, good morning, GBN Grenada, host Gordon, my Grenadian people near and across the globe, and the viewers who are participating on the program. I'm watching and listening with you all. Gordon, I have missed you. Welcome back, although I'm late. Happy Thursday to you. Well, Monet, I miss you too, you know. Yes, I know which part. Oh, you're in New York. All right. Okay, well, enjoy your snow. Let me enjoy my sunshine here. Okay, let's go back to the phone line. Good morning. Okay, unfortunately, I will not entertain this call because I think it's time that we, understand that we got to turn the volumes down. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir, once again. Now, your last caller mentioned the question of the fines and the karma. Good ideas. But I learned fine don't solve these problems. Fine make it worse. And take, for instance, when they had the amnesty, the tax amnesty, it was fines and penalties in the books that add up to $34 million. Eventually, they had to do a special arrangement to get it out. Now, if you slow the traffic down with cameras, it will slow the traffic down. What will happen to the state of the job? It's going to create a big problem there. So that is not going to work. Slowing the traffic down that way is not going to. Now, if you say it's going to bring in some money by fining, that will be a heavy cost for the citizen. The government will have to spend a lot of money to fund this karma. Where would they get the money from? I'm just trying to bring you back to the economy because people are afraid to talk about it. All these things we're talking about says the economy must be able to deliver this. So let's not be afraid to talk about the economy putting into solving our problem. We will not be able to solve any of the problem if we cannot get the economy going in a real and a meaningful way to create jobs and to create expansion for the creation of new jobs. Okay. I want us to really start thinking. We need to have a little more what you call diplomacy and problem-solving skills. That's where we're lacking them. Right. Problem-solving skills. So we go for laws and penalties and fines. That don't work.
All right. Thank you, caller.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good one. I want to take the time off now. I know I will get some blows for this, but yesterday happened to be my daughter's birthday. Brittany, happy birthday, belated. Well, I sent you a message. I hope you got it. But happy birthday, Brits. Good morning. Hi, welcome. Okay, we seem to have lost that caller. 435-2041. That's the number to call and be a part. Now, you might think that we've exhausted this topic, but I am getting concerned. The festive season is right upon us, and we know what can and will happen when that time comes. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Nathan.
Welcome.
Well, good to see you. I missed you. Yeah, one of the callers alluded to that, the policeman calling the traffic, and, he said that it's something that is unique to Grenada. And I think so. Lots of times, people talk about getting rid of the old things, but you know what, Innocent? They get rid of the old things and they replace it with nothing. So let's indeed keep that. Innocent, there are lots of people who like to drive in Grenada. So we have to deny those people that like him. So you suspension of license. And as they get worse, eventually you take away the license completely. You can have people just driving the roads, because I have concluded years ago that it seems that some people leave their homes and go on the road to create problems. So let's work on help getting those people off the road who only come on the road to create problems. Because, 26 accidents over the weekend.
Wow.
With 52,
that's the number?
26.
Wow.
So with 52 weeks, you're talking about 1,300 accidents a year. 1,300 accidents a year. So let people reach the state where you take the license so they're not on the road. Have a good day, Innocent.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you. Some folks might think that's draconian, but we got to find something that works. Something has to work. I'm a driver myself, and sometimes I've gone past the age of speeding now. I'm too old to speed, but come on. Good morning. Caller, you got to do better than that. Come on. You've got to do better than that. All right, Joseph Hyacinth says we need wider roads, removal of vehicles and other obstacles from the roadsides. I do endorse that. Yeah, that's true. We need that too. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, I actually, I don't know the topic you are doing.
We're talking about the accidents, the number of accidents, vehicular accidents on the nation's roads.
Right. Yes, well, I am a driver. I'm a driver myself, and I think it's very, very bad the way that we're getting a feedback.
Yeah, you need to turn your volume down on your radio or television.
I haven't got any. I'm only listening to you.
Okay.
Right? So I know the system. I'm only listening to you. I'm telling you what I'm getting from GBN.
Okay, all right.
You said to me the subject this morning.
Yes, vehicular accidents on the nation roads, yes.
Yes, well, I think it's really, whoever is responsible, like the police, they should really, really, think better about sort of doing a better job with the driving, because it is really atrocious. I mean, okay, the roads are narrow and things like that, but the drivers on the road are really, some of them, not all of them, are not careful. As I'm speaking to you now, I'm still getting a feedback, which is very annoying.
Okay.
But can you actually tell me, please, that's on the other side, can you please tell me what time is the football being shown on the television?
I think, let me just check here for you. At 11 today, we've got Ecuador taking on Senegal.
It's from 11,
11,
is it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's really fine. And let me commend Grenada, GBN, for really showing the football. That's the only time I look at football. It's when the World Cup is on.
Okay.
And you all are doing an excellent job. Really, really happy about that. And the whole thing is excellent. The only difference is that you all don't say what the programs are. Okay. What time they're coming on. So I think that little bit needs to be addressed.
We'll work on
only
that.
Have Grenada broadcasting. That's not good enough for viewing.
All right, we'll work on that, okay?
All right, thanks.
All right, have a great day.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Yeah, good. All right, Benedict Roger says, good idea to decentralize the economy. I have been saying this for a long time. Centralization is a colonial thing that was because of weak road networks, communication, and electrification. These are not the case now, so the urban area can be. All right, Diane Thomas, I agree with the caller. License suspension. I add, after 3 traffic offenses, you get suspended for 3 months, etc. It's not draconian. Okay, well, All right, okay. Let me see. Too much accidents in Grenada. It happened too often. I looked at the crash sites. It's a lot to swallow while I was down there. Some people drive as if they are on a racing track. Plus the road is so narrow. Camera or no camera, some people drive how they want. In New York is the same thing. Some people just don't care about others. Oh boy. All right. I have a suggestion, because I remembered. Let me take that caller first. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Innocent. How are you?
I am alive and thankful. How are you?
Good. Well, thank God for that. Good morning to the listening public. I'll suggest, in terms of the frequent accidents, I'll suggest that some cameras, hidden cameras, be installed, especially in areas where it's known for speeding. So I'll suggest hidden cameras, and once the cameras is connected to the Royal Grenada Police Traffic Department or the IT department, and it captures the number plates of motorists,
and then the tickets come to your post.
And then the ticket comes to you. You charge you, and the ticket comes to you. It will force people to do the right thing when they know they have to pay a $300 or $400 or $500 ticket.
Right. But let me ask you this, all right? Do you agree with the fact that we are having way too many accidents on our roads?
Of course, especially for a small nation where we don't have much highways or large roads or stuff like that. I mean, it's ridiculous to see all the accidents. I mean, I don't want to think anything different, but I believe it's too much. It's too much accidents. I don't know if it's motorists not paying attention, or I don't know, but we really need to do something about that.
Okay. I have a suggestion, all right? I'm going to keep you on just for you. You sound like a smart guy, so I'm going to throw this suggestion out. We have a number of driving schools, so people have to go to, the driving instructors and so forth. A couple of weeks back, I hinted that I think proper driving should be taught from the driving schools. But that seems not to be working. People go, they get their license, they go to the driving school, the drivers, the instructors and so forth, they get their money and so forth, and the drivers are on the road. How about the police department, the traffic department play an integral role in the teaching of driving?
Well, yes, that's a good point. You see, driving, it's a skill. It takes, practicing and stuff, but we must remember that there is laws that govern motorists, and I'm kind of glad that you brought up that, because I think the police should play an integral role in terms of educating the public. So maybe having more parish to parish, seminars and educational, teachings and stuff, from in different villages or in different community centers. The police go out and, show persons, well, look, this section of the law says this section of the law says that. What are the penalties for doing this? What are the penalties for doing that? Make persons more aware of the consequences for certain, traffic violations. So, yes, the police department has a big role to play, but motorists also have a big role to play in terms of, being concerned about your safety and other safety.
Right.
Because, I drive on the road as too, and sometimes you trying to be safe, but there are other persons who are reckless, and sometimes you're afraid to even go on the road because you trying your best, but there are people who just reckless. And another thing is, we see this thing is not just because of traffic violations. There are a lot of other factors. So you see, like alcohol and all these, we need to, and although the laws are there, we need to enforce the laws in terms of the amount of alcohol consumption and stuff like that. So the police should even play a more integral role in terms of if there's any sets or anything like that. Be out there, have breathalyzers, doing all those things, checking.
Well, I think they have they start using breathalyzers now. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the police should play a big role in enforcing the laws.
Okay.
I think the problem in Grenada is enforcing the laws. Some of the laws
are there, but they're not always being enforced.
Yeah, they're not enforced.
Thank you very much,
We need to put on our foot and enforce the laws.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
Have a great day, man.
You too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the laws are there. The enforcement of the laws, that's where the problem lies sometimes, and it can be because of scarce human resource at the RGPF. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you. How are you doing?
I am alive and thankful.
In trying to solve the problem that you're concerned about, could we ask ourselves why is it that people are doing the wrong thing? Might be able to find a solution if you could answer that question.
I am certain Ms. Jeremiah will call and give you the answer.
Well, that may be one, but there are other things that we could look at to see why they're doing wrong. Because if you want them to do it right, then I think if you can answer why they're doing it wrong, that might be able to get some solutions there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Have a good day. Okay, bye-bye. Folks, it's 4 minutes away from 8 o'clock. At 8, we join the BBC. I'll entertain a final caller and take a commercial break and head on to the BBC. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program.
I think the problem is stiff penalty and swift.
Stiff and swift penalties?
Yes, people don't the drivers, and in addition to the fact that we need to, the wardens are there. We need to put the wardens out to monitor some of these traffic violations and issue tickets and a swift form of penalty. And stiff and swift, to me, that's the solution.
Okay.
Because people don't understand. These drivers, they don't get it in their head, you see. They think that they have a license to do anything they want. And since nobody's monitoring them, they get away with it. But if it is swift and stiff penalty that should give them some sort of warning.
Okay, it will act as a deterrent.
Yes.
Okay.
Swift and stiff.
I like that. Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right, good. Bye-bye. All right, Coffee McDonald says, driver's license or driving is not a function of the police. Hence the many issues with driving and road use. Cynthia B says, because of a terrain, we cannot have the network of roads that we have in the more developed countries. While local people should be aware of our roads and pay more attention when driving. In my opinion, it boils down to that. Know what you are doing at all times. It's okay to speed, you know. There are times when I speed, but there's a difference between speeding and recklessness. Okay, sometimes we fall short. We getting late for an appointment, and we might, exceed the speed limit. But you can be driving fast, but still safe. The recklessness is what is the problem. I'm not encouraging, I'm not advocating that we should be speeding. All right, there are speed limits set for the town and out of town and so forth, and for private and commercial vehicles. Okay, the law says that you ought to remain within that speed limit. But if by chance you slip a bit, the recklessness is what is the problem. All right, my take on this, I think. As drivers, we ought to be more responsible with our driving, all right? And I'm saying we because I do violate and offend sometimes. Sometimes, as a matter of fact, I gave a warden a lift a while back, and she was in the vehicle, and the phone rang, and I picked up, and she said, "Is that call so important that you want to risk my life to take that call?" And I said, that's a good one. So, folks, we're heading into the crunch time of the festive season. I don't want to pick on bus drivers, but busmen, you will be looking for the extra dollar because, as my good friend from St. David's would say, the economy is not good enough, so you're trying to make the extra dollar. In doing so, also remember that if you're gone, and when I say gone, let's assume you end up in a fatal accident and you're the victim or you caused it, you might either be in prison or you might be dead. What happens? In all you're doing, please preserve life. Try your utmost best. And notice I said try because no one is perfect. Try your utmost best to remain within the confines of the law as it relates to driving. Driving instructors, try and instill these values in your students. You understand? So when you see them on the road, you can boast and say, that's one of my students. You see, they're driving good. Make that a challenge among the driving instructors. I want to say good morning to my partner from Apretut. That is a driving instructor. Good morning to you, sir. I also want to say good morning to a good friend of mine. He was and always will be a brother from another mother. Basil Bernstein Caliste, good morning to you. Also want to say good morning to Squeezy and Senator and Glenn, the whole clique. Good morning. Have yourselves a great day. This is where we end the program. Those of you who called and participated, if you tried and you did not get through, try tomorrow if God permits. Until then, bye-bye for now. Love you. Bye-bye.